Hi, everybody. You're listening to Americans by Choice, a podcast from Miguel and David. We bring the outsider's point of view to inside politics. We're both foreign-born and lived in the USA for over 25 years, following politics blow by blow all along the way. Join two old friends who like to talk politics and had a good time while doing it. Miguel, so sorry to wake you up, my man. We have big news.
Oh boy.
So here's the thing. The guy got shot, Trump got shot, and he waved. I'm Dutch, and he's fine.
He's fine?
Okay? He's fine.
Woo!
He's fine.
He's
fine. Better than fine.
He's better than fine.
He's winning. All right? He's winning. So
if we thought that Trump had won the election at the debate, perhaps we were wrong. This is, David, this crazy experiment that we're doing in this podcast in covering this crazy, what's becoming maybe one of the craziest elections in at least our lifetime, if not in history. So
far. And in our lifetime, yeah.
And I believe, and by the way, we'll do this misnomer or credit thing. We recorded a podcast that will be released, but we're just recording this. So that probably will come out before the one we recorded this morning. And we were talking about the news will not change about Biden's age from now until September or till something happens, right?
Yeah.
We said goodbye, we hugged, we kissed like brothers, and what the fuck?
Well, I do think we are correct about one thing. This week's podcast is going to be called Trump is going to win by a landslide. And I think now it's going to be the Democratic Party is going to be outlawed 9 months from now. I mean, the last thing we wanted was anybody to attempt anything against Trump.
No, I mean,
and one of the most practical reasons for that is what we're looking at right now. This attempt basically cement and secures Trump's landslide. He was already moving into a clean, nice victory. Miguel, the talks about stalling elections is This is if Trump is going to win this election fair and square with more votes, popular vote, electoral votes, every last thing. I mean, the way he handled this thing was incredible. I mean, did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw the video. I mean, I saw, the footage. I mean, look, by the way, we've been advocating for nonviolence on this podcast since we started.
Of course. It's very clear. It's very clear that this is the worst thing that could happen. But for us, we want Biden to win, and the worst thing that can happen is for Trump to being attempted to.
But let's just kind of break this down right now in this moment. We are on the night after the shooting. We don't know anything about the shooter. We don't know
we know his name. It's Matthew Crooks, 20-year-old.
Was
the
he?
New York Post has said.
Was he a black guy? Was he a Chinese guy? Was he
Matthew Crooks?
Oh, okay, a white guy. Interesting.
This is going to be the most confused politics that you're ever going to find. The last time that somebody attempted assassination on
Ronald
Reagan, the guy was trying to impress a lesbian that he didn't know.
Jodie Foster.
Let me back it up. The guy who tried to kill Reagan, when he was caught and we asked what he was trying to do, he was trying to get the attention of Jodie Foster, on whom he had a crush. So yeah, some 20-year-old. That last time that happened. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is what happened here, because let's put it this way, Miguel. This is one of those things that is irrational. It's counterproductive.
Of course.
And if you want to defeat Trump, is the last thing you do.
Well, I know, but, again, let me just push back on that premise, because it sort of suggests this idea that the shooter is already like this loony left or Democrat or whatever. Look,
no, it could be loony anything.
I'm just going to go ahead and make a prediction here. First of all, this guy's a lone wolf. Second of all, he's just a loon. Third of all, perhaps this has something to do with gun control in this country. But, he
used like AK-15, which is interesting.
Which isn't that the one that we've been trying to ban or whatever? Yeah. Interesting.
So listen, the only reason why we're making light of this, Miguel, is because Trump is safe and sound, better than ever. Trump is positively having the best night of his life. Scare, but it's a scare in which he came just with enough blood that it ran across his face in the most photogenic possible way. And these men's reactions, Miguel, were like you could have take a room of all the best writers in Hollywood and write this thing, and Trump was able to react on the moment exactly the way he needed to be.
I mean, you got to give
Secret Service was surrounding him. He's like, "Where's my shoes? Where's my shoe?" And he was running over the heads of Secret Service to assure his crowd and to give a victory fist bump. And I think he said 555. Miguel, do you know how Bush went to the rubble on 9/11 and went like, "You can hear me, I can hear you too," and that was the centerpiece.
And they're going to hear us next, or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was the centerpiece of his re-election and his campaign. And his campaign. This moment is going to be the centerpiece of Trump's obituary. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be like the best, brightest moment of his life. He reacted on time. He has the perfect instinct. He was brave. He was brave, Miguel. He was brave. A bullet, grazed his ear, got some blood, and his first reaction is to get back to his crowd and assure his crowd that we want to win.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, look, I two things I would mention. Look, by the way, if we want to give Trump some credit here, remember when Trump went and got his mugshot? Nailed it. First take, boom, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Trump's first assassination attempt, nailed it.
he hit it out of the park.
The motherfucker's good at one takes, first takes. He's a one taker. If I was an actor, as an actor, I need like maybe I'm good at the third take, fourth take. That motherfucker nails it in the first one. He's like, if you're not dancing with me in the first one, you're out. You're out of the edit, man. But look, another thing, we're Americans by choice, and maybe we have an interesting perspective on this situation too. By the way, to our fellow Americans coming into this country and seeing the history, America is, I mean, in my eyes, I from what I know of history in other countries, it is one of the most violent political countries historically speaking. I don't know of any other country that has killed so many of its leaders, but assassination attempts by its people in itself. I mean, like even fucking Russia. I mean, Russia has killed like its SARS, but after the SARS, nobody got killed in Russia, right? You want to talk about Britain? I can't even remember a single British anybody that got killed. I mean, sure, if we go into South America, I mean, but those are cool.
If we keep it within industrialized countries, yeah, you're right. You're correct.
But I'm talking about also I'm talking about assassination attempts in America happen through a weird grassroots level. You know what I mean? Like, Kennedy with, I mean, not to get into conspiracy, let's assume that the truth is real. Oswald or the Ronald Reagan, this guy wanted to bang a lesbian and kill, Lincoln. I mean, that was more political, I suppose. But the amount of, and there's others. I'm just saying, America has a very violent political atmosphere. You know what I mean? As far as that goes. So this is not unusual. This is a very common thing in America and very unusual in other countries. You're looking at me like you don't believe me. Name me, I'm sorry, you come from Spain. How many Spanish prime ministers were killed in your lifetime?
No. As I say, you're correct within the industrialized country. Listen, let's move on here to some reactions. Number one, let's say that this is not all lighthearted. This is a real tragedy. One dead person in the crowd and one critically hurt in the crowd. Yeah. And we feel bad about that, but I would like, before I start seeing my conservative friends clutching their pearls about this person who was killed in the crowd, I would like him to remind them that every week there is a mass shooting in America in which they just say, well, we need to get your guns. So I really don't want to hear about this. I mean, it's a tragedy, and I feel equally bad for all the people who get killed on all these mass shootings in America, okay? So yes, stop your really emails and your pearl clutching about this person. With that, some interesting reactions already from Republicans in the Hill. We have Mike Collins spreading conspiracy theories that actually Biden he says he sent the orders This is very troubling.
Well, David, before you say this is a conspiracy, does anybody know where SEAL Team 6 is right now? Because I don't know. We got immunity. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, dark, dark.
Very dark. Oh, I'm gonna get darker in a minute.
Oh,
I'm about to tell you, like, did anybody check Melania's alibi yet?
It's the best one. That's my favorite one, Miguel. I love it. Yeah, where was anybody though when Melania was today? That is a really good one. But here's the other one. So Senator Mike Lee used the opportunity to say this will be a great opportunity for Biden to immediately order all the prosecutions of Trump to be dropped, to take the political temperature down in the country. So I guess your friend Mike Lee is also feeling like you, Miguel, that this is a very hot temperature, violent society, and we need to take the temperature down.
Well, I think Mike must have listened to our podcast, because a couple of weeks ago I said not only should Biden step down, but on his way out, pardon Trump for all the crimes, take the level down, take the high road. You know what I mean? So I believe that they're listening. Finally, the Hill is listening.
You're having an influence, Miguel. You're having an influence, Miguel. I'm with you, my man. All I want to know is where was Melania? Now, listen, man, this is basically, as I said, to say, right now, I think the DNC, the Democrats need to fight for survival for the next, 10, 15 years. Try not to get ourselves outlawed as a terrorist organization or something like that. Yeah. This is Miguel. I cannot see this not being the best thing that ever happened to Donald Trump. Because he came unscathed, by the way. Unscathed, and because there is no way you understand.
No, not just unscathed. No, by the way, not just unscathed, elevated to a martyr. You know,
elevated. This is about as perfect as you can be. A bullet that flies just close enough to put. Have you seen the streaks of blood? They're just perfect, Miguel. They just come very dramatic. It's like drawn with a Japanese plume, like.
A mushroom dick over and he would have been dead. Maybe I'll cut that out.
Less than that, my man. Less than that. But let's say very clearly, I am so glad from the bottom of my heart that he survived. I'm only pissed that some dumbass attempted on his life. That was, as I say, I'm being very pragmatic. It's not because I love the guy. It's not because my moral. It's not because of my values.
It's because of your values, because you don't want anybody getting killed.
Yeah. I was hoping that Trump died of an old age in a far, far, far into the future. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything bad to happen to that man.
More of a cholesterol death for him, huh?
Just a slow Alzheimer's. In the future, well, when David, he's not president. David, so this doesn't,
Well, but David, I hear you talking, should talk about this, the sort of political pullback that's going to occur from this event, right? So, time we talked, we were talking about who's going to take over the Biden role, whether it's Kamala or whoever else. Very clear that I want somebody like Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitman or whatever. Right now, this event, by the way, I don't think that any candidate that was on the wings to get in is going to go, I'm going to get in, because now they know this guy's going to win. Who the fuck wants to go into a fight with a martyr prize fighter who's got the polls knowing to lose? So before we had a chance, now we don't. So who the fuck is going to say to Biden, yeah, fuck you, get out of here, and we're going to take over? Not only does this elevate Trump, it limits the people who potentially could have taken Biden's position and move forward with the candidacy to potentially a win for the Democrats.
Furthermore, we at this point, what we need in the White House right now is somebody to the caliber of Obama who can give a speech and can really
unite
things, because right now will be the perfect time for a president to come and basically give a speech that just puts this situation, wraps this situation, encapsulates it, and puts it to bed somehow. Yes, you're not going to find it. But this would be one of those things do you remember when Obama...
Are we going back into daydreaming with David? Who would make that swing?
This is going to be a moment in which it will be sorely missed to have somebody in the White House who can actually rally and give a rousing, eloquent speech that make us all that much better. In the other hand, in a much, much less lofty scenario, we had a president with immunity who now can say, man, things are getting really hot. Maybe we should hold on to those elections for another 2 or 3 years until things calm down.
And you say I'm fucking dark. You say I'm fucking dark. You're one dark motherfucker.
I'm kidding.
You're two steps behind. You're like in front of Pinochet right now. Sorry for the deep reference there, but
that's what Trump will do.
Of course.
That's what Trump will do.
Of course.
If this happened during Trump, he will be like, all right, yes, martial. I mean, he wanted to give martial law at some point.
To that point, David, to that point, the little coverage that I saw, this is my least favorite part of politics. You know, I love politics, but the magnanimous or the sort of like, oh, the tragedy, all this like playing it up. It's like, look, man, it's so fake and so. I mean, look, people buy it.
What is so fake?
I heard like a congressman going like, tomorrow morning we should all go to church and pray for President Trump. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Where were you? Where were you when like kids are getting shooting?
When gun control was being passed for when children were being shot. Where were you? Like adults, children, black people in the South. I mean, like, please.
There's a mass shooting in the United States every week. Several a week. They no longer make it into the news. Right now, if it's 5 people or less, the news goes like,
wait,
should we report that?
Hold on.
Wait.
I just got a signal from the Republicans. They're saying Democrats are going to turn this situation into a gun control situation. Oh, yeah.
Listen, Miguel. Democrats right now are crying under their desk. There's no a Democrat. I don't think you can get an interview with a Democrat right now. They're all like, we are fucked.
Yeah, everybody. Look, man.
Who knew that you can run the economy as good as this, do an amazing job at running the country, and be in such a bad place? Biden is in a worse place than Trump was after he fucked up COVID. I don't know. He had a fighting chance, but Trump was having a fighting chance. I don't think Biden has a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying?
While you're mentioning that guy, Biden, our president, I saw his press conference. Again, another dud of a press conference. The guy is, amming and ahhing and that. It's like, again, like you said, if we had Obama as the president in this moment in time.
Bill Clinton,
you could rally, you could unite people. And by the way, I mean, this is why this country didn't want these two people to run against each other. Because, let's do fantasy with Miguel. Had John McCain been shot in the air tonight and Obama was running, or let's Mitt Romney, because Obama would have been president, Obama would have gone to the hospital to see Romney, and they would have unified the country under, like, we are a democratic country. We are different, but we are together.
This is unacceptable. Yeah.
This is unacceptable. Exactly. But instead, you have a doddering old man and a guy who is going to exploit this tragic event to the maximum ability. So this is the crossroads into the worst crescent that we can have right now, unfortunately. Am I wrong? Maybe am I being too emotional? Because I know I'm the emotional one in the partnership here.
No, listen. It's okay, man. This is a safe space. And besides, this is a short one, Miguel. We just wanted to drop in and tell our audience, thank you for following us. Write to us, and we'll see you guys in a couple of days when we will be dropping our weekly episode, which we happen to have recorded before this one. We're just dropping here as an emergency podcast.
Write to us. Tell us about what you're thinking about the situation. How do you feel? We're all Americans here. If you feel bad, if you feel good, if you feel whatever you feel, just write to us. Americans by Choice, USA@gmail.com. This is going to be good.
You got it. You got it, my man.
See, I finally learned that.